A quick disclaimer before we begin. Take a listen to this. Yes, there is no music. I know, it's terrible. I was told by Atlas that using the music in Hatsune Miku's Project DIVA X would likely result in a copyright strike against the video, and it will be pulled. Thankfully, the PlayStation 4's share function leaves out the music, which means I can show you the footage without the music. But that would be hella boring. So instead, my dog and I are going to hum, sing and tootle the tunes alongside the music in the background, so you get a feel of what it's like. Except you won't. We'll murder the songs because we're almost tone deaf. Enjoy! Yeah, let's stop that right there. Anyway, rhythm games are my jam. I love them. Not because I'm good at them, in fact it's quite the opposite. I suck at them. But I do love the challenge. Parappa the Rapper, Amplitude, Vibramon, Patapon, Senran Kagura, Bon Appetit, even Michael Jackson's The Experience. I played and enjoyed many rhythm games over the years, but until now I've not played a Hatsune Miku game at all. The series has always existed in my periphery, but I'd never taken the plunge and actually played one. I'm quite sad about that now because after playing Hatsune Miku's Project DIVA X, I feel like I've missed out on a really great series of games, and this one is brilliant. The game has some loose fourth wall breaking storyline about how Miku needs you, the player, to help her and her virtual singing friends to save the various worlds in which they live, referred to as clouds. The plot goes that some sort of magical crystals are running low on voltage, because no one has played a Miku game in a while, and it's your job to rhythm tap your way through various songs in order to save her and her pals. It's a light-hearted plot that only serves as scene setting, and it's never intrusive on your enjoyment of the gameplay. I really am tone deaf. Anyway, the gameplay in Hatsune Miku's Project DIVA X is quite different to any other rhythm game I've ever played, and to put it bluntly, it quickly became my favourite. Ever. Rather than having notes or button presses streaming along a bar or something similar, it's much more free in its execution of how it presents the rhythm. As each song plays, various symbols appear around the screen, which have a countdown arrow that circles around them. Corresponding button press then floats onto the screen and closes in on the symbol. As with almost every rhythm game, the aim is to press the button as it passes over the symbol. There are button holds, star symbols where you can use the DualShock 4 touchpad or thumbsticks, and arrows though you need to press the circle, square, triangle or X button at the same time as pressing an arrow on the D-pad. It's much more involved and engrossing when compared to any other rhythm game that I've played. And I'm still going. Oh jeez. The song selection in Hatsune Miku's Project DIVA X is extensive, spread out across 5 different themes or clouds. Classic, cool, cute, elegant and quirky. There are 30 songs in total, not including any DLC, all of which were created by the Miku creative community. There are ballads, J-pop, dance tracks, almost metal tracks, sweeping, beautiful, slow songs, and fast-paced pumping beats. A little bit of something for everyone. And they all have their own unique level setup and costume. The costumes, referred to as modules in the game, are much more than just cosmetic too. Each one has an effect on the amount of voltage you can earn, and the effect changes depending on what song you're playing. Picking the right costume and the right accessories can make the difference between passing and failing a level when playing on the harder difficulty levels. I only have two small complaints. The first, the easy difficulty, the mode I use to get acquainted with the game, has a really odd tendency to use the offbeats as those that you need to press. It feels like the game attempts to give the player room to breathe, but this often means that it divorces itself from the beat. You find yourself pressing when you shouldn't, and not when you should. To put it another way, I sometimes found that the medium difficulty used is actually easier to pass than the easy one. Secondly, there are certain sections during the gameplay that trigger events. These are the technical sections and event sections. The event sections are what you need to clear to unlock modules or the costumes, and when you do, they completely dominate the screen. The visuals become bright, Miku goes white, they move against the beat, which becomes incredibly distracting, and instead of a reward, it feels more like a punishment. It's really hard to concentrate with all of that going on screen. Those small issues aside, Hatsune Miku Project DIVA X is beautiful. It's eye-popping, it has a fantastic and varied soundtrack, and it's just really bloody good fun. This might be my first Hatsune Miku game, but it certainly won't be my last.